Welcome, listeners and viewers, to another episode of the African Mobile Community Liga Weekly Recap. Today we'll be, talking about week 6, which is the final, which was actually the final week for the Premier League, and it was just week 6 for the Championship Division. Once again, the episode is brought to you by Tip, the gifting platform, as you all know, where you can receive or send cash gifts to anyone who is creating content, be it their gamers, be it a makeup artist, even your beats, your skates. And we also have supporting Domino's Pizza Nigeria and Cold Stone Creamery Nigeria. And who else again to join me than the prestigious Shayo Owolabi? How are you doing this wonderful, I believe, Palm Sunday?
If this watch, no complaints, so. Well, thank you so much. Great to be here. It's been an amazing 6 weeks that saw the end of the Premier Division, of course, penultimate week for the Championship Division, which would see their own final round of games this week. I must say that like we've been saying before now, the African Mobile Community Liga is an eye opener. It's shown that it's something the industry needs, and we're glad to have activated it for the COD Mobile. And let's not forget, we have some other titles being lined up, and we're hoping we can actually activate one or two of them also with the Call of Duty Mobile going into the rest of the year. But so far, so good. This has received rave reviews. This has been a fantastic outing and showing from the Lagos Esports Forum, and of course from the teams that participated. And thanks Pro Gamer also for making this happen every week. I was glad when I saw, and I'm sorry I'm talking too much. I was glad when I saw someone tweet during the week that he missed listening to the recap. So it means, it has an impact on the people, and we're glad about that.
Yes, just to add to what you've said, you've actually spoken well. I believe it gives that I give sense of belonging in this case, and not just like previous tournaments where you just play, you rant on the stream, and that's it. Now you actually are carrying along as to what is actually going on, where the table stand, what needs to be done to move up or to fall off the table. So, I think the opportunity given to us by the Lagos Esports Forum also to be the media partner for this recap, would like to use this opportunity to also appreciate them. And let's just jump straight into it. Like we said, once again, this would not have been possible if not for Tip NG, the social gifting platform that allows you to, I know when I say this, Shaya is always giggling, to bless your ministry when you create content. And, like you can see on the screen, we do it for the love of the game and for the joy of the tips. And like Shaya has said many times, you really do not have to be streaming. Once you create content, it can be any kind of content. So even if, you're playing Candy Crush and you're just recording your screen and giving what you think about the game, you can put it up. Anyone can move like, okay, fine. I have this 1,000. Take, let it encourage you to create more. So that's exactly. So for our viewers, you don't really have to be in a Zero Remorse or a Draco. If you play leisurely, you can get it, basically. And I can see comments. I believe this is for Shayo. It says, "Let's go, the best league ever." Talking about the AMCL, and he said both Premier and the Championship Division. And James Mark said he's retweeting those comments in support that it is the best. So Shayo, I believe you can put a tap on your back. You have done well for this one. Exactly.
It's not me, actually. It's the league team. You need to know the guys behind the scene making this work. Yes, I'm the founder CEO, but the truth is, a full squad made this work. And I think at this point, I usually forget. So let me give the shout outs now. I don't know if he's on the stream yet. Shout out to Citizen McKay. He is not just a shoutcaster in the league, he also pushes every content. And I know there are other guys. Jinx Mag, I know also But let me I just have to
Bushmaster.
do this for. He's the Bushmaster. I think Jinx Max is the
Oh, Jinx is
Bushmaster.
Bushmaster. Oh, shout
He's the
out to you
Bushmaster.
then.
Shout out to him too. But I just needed to do Citizen Marquee because you know how someone could just have been a streamer for us and just a shoutcaster, but he goes beyond that to put his all into this, and it goes to show the passion he has for esports, not only in Ghana but in all of Africa. Because he's a Ghanaian, we are Nigerians, but he's not even looking at those lines. He's just committed to the AMCL and most of our events, right from the World Connected series right up until this one. And even our next project, the Mortal Kombat Challenge, is already retweeting and doing all that. So thanks a lot, guys. We really appreciate you. But I just needed to mention Citizen McKay, who has been amazing. Charlie,
Okay.
anytime I enter Ghana, we'll hang out together.
Wonderful. And let's not forget, Domino's NG and Cold Stone Creamy, who are making our mouths, salivate or water
Yep,
for some
yep, yep, yep,
pizza
yep.
and some nice ice cream. I can see comments already being thrown. We'll come back to that, and that's for season 2. We'll come back to that. Let's jump straight into it. So, Championship Division, quickly, match day 16, which happened on Monday. Any surprise for you?
Well, I think the big boys played, so it was down to who wanted it most or more between them, and that's talking about Comet taking on Area 57, Wakandas against Elite Gamers. Like I said, it was down to who wanted it more of the two sides on the night. But good thing for these guys who lost, they picked maps, which was a good development for them. So no surprises really, other than we enjoyed those two games and they gave a very good showing of themselves. But the better side won in those two
Yeah,
encounters.
like Mohammed said, big bit sad for Comet. I was surprised at that. I was expecting
Yeah,
a 2-1 the other way around.
they
Comet
should have
taking,
won, yes. But then
yeah, I was
we
expect.
can't rule out Area 57's prowess and strength in the league so far. It might not have been the best few matches for them, but hey, they knew it was a big game. They knew it was a big encounter. They knew they needed to bounce back from some sloppy performances in games past, and that's what they did in this game against the Comet.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's move on to match day 17. Any surprise for you?
Well, look at it. Area 57 from that game against Comet up against yet another big side, 2-1 against Elite Gamers. It means the week they started the week well. They picked it up with that match. They also continued with that performance. I think Menace defeating Wakandas should be a surprise, but then it's the latter part of the season. It's the time when everyone who thinks they can still grab something goes all out for it, and that's exactly what happened in this one. Shout out to also Mina picking the map yet again. They're yet to win. We know the challenges, but then picking the map is a good sign of progress, and we're hoping to see them back. We know they're going down, but we're hoping to see them back in the nearest future.
Great, great, great. I'm looking at it also. I believe there was no surprise for me. I'm happy Samina picked up a map, which is good. 1 point.
Yeah.
It shows, a little bit of what's it called? A little bit of potential, just a little bit. But hey,
Yeah.
it's good to see them at least pick that map because we're rooting for them. And let's move to match day 18. Shaya, any surprise for you?
um, not exactly as it stands. Not exactly. Only that shout out to Area 57, wrapping up the week, a perfect week, all 9 points in the bag with that win against the Menace, not even dropping a map. I think this should be like their best weeks since the league started, or maybe one of the best weeks as it is. So good stuff for Area 57. Elite Gamers against the Void Gaming. I'm not sure anyone thought Void was going to win that. No disrespect to them. That did. Wakandas had a terrible week because yes, Regiments defeating them again without even picking a map was a disappointment for those who thought they should have done better. Beyond all that, I think every other team got what we felt they would get from those games.
Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful. I'm seeing a few comments here, and this is Mohammed saying Area 57 coming back strong. They will be top 3. Well, that's left to be seen in season 2. And let's
Mm.
see another comment here. I'm missing. Jeremy said K9 had all 9, 2-0. A
Without
perfect
dropping him
week.
at all, was a perfect week,
Yeah.
very perfect week.
That
And
that
I
that
see
that
Throne's comment says Wakanda's scoreline doesn't tell the real story. Well, it's the scoreline that would matter on the board. The story is for anyone who gets to watch the performances. Yes, yes, but hey, 250, 242, 6 to 5. It's down to the final score, which is 2-0.
Okay, good. So there is a question here for you. Obito said, "Do you get 2 points or three if you win 2-1?"
You actually get 3 points, full points. It's only the other team that gets a compensation of 1 point for picking a map.
For picking him up. So I hope Shai was able to answer that question for you. I guess that was very, very creative of the LESF team because
Yeah,
normally most teams is always three or 3 points or 0 points.
three
But
points straight up. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I
And
think
it was necessary to encourage the teams that pick a map on one side, and it was also important to bring that twist because it was going to change the dynamics. Let's not forget, I think there was a team that was just picking maps, didn't get to win until maybe match day 7 or so, but they picked
yeah.
maybe 4 or 5 maps in between. So those dynamics is what we brought in, and it showed that it was a good one.
Yeah, that was really, really creative. I doff my hat for the team for that one. More questions before we keep moving. Envy said T2 teams more than T1, meaning I believe he's saying it's more intriguing
Championship.
and
No, I'm sure he's saying championship teams are more than. Oh well, I think even in the Premier League and the Championship in England, we have more teams in the Championship than the Premier League. So it's very elitist. The Premier Division of the AMCL is very elitist. The 10 teams you find in there, well, down to 9 subsequently. Were by merit, got it by building the profile all through the year, last year into this year. So yes, the dynamics may change. That's the truth. It's down to a few discussions we're having. Maybe by next season you'll see 12 teams and 16 in the championship. Hey, who knows? Let's just keep
who
our
knows?
fingers crossed. We always come up with game-changing initiatives.
Okay. And French Fry said, "How do you get in the league?"
Oh well, you get in the league by. It depends. You get in the league as a team, not as an individual. So first of all, you need to be in a team. If you're in a team, your team needs to play in this community so that you can rack up points that gets you into each cadre. So there is T1, which we describe as the Premier League, Premier Division. There's the T2, which is the Championship Division, and the guys who are just waiting to get into those two cadre. So work is ongoing. Make your findings. I'm sure you can reach out to Josh. That should
Mhm.
be I can't remember his handle now, but I know he has one Russian one of
Molotov.
Molotov. So just find Molotov on Twitter or send a DM to us. We'll pass you across to Josh, who's the league manager. Will be able to advise on the steps you can take.
Yeah, I also can see in the chat Throne, who is also part of the team, is also, following up with French Fry. So big ups to Throne in the chat already. And let's
Cool.
keep it moving and let's see what the table looks like after 3 match days. So at this point, we can say Osamina is relegated, Aphelion also relegated. Void
Mm.
still has a fighting chance, 2 games to go. If they can get 6 points, I
Mm-hmm.
believe they might be a slim
And that's and that's
chance.
and that's dependent on Knight's performance. You can get 6 points,
Exact
and Knight still get 6 points.
6 points. That's if they are not facing themselves at this point.
Exactly, exactly.
And on
But
the
then, but
top,
then we can see Area 57's push this week. See where it got them to. Got them into fourth
mm,
position. It means they
exactly.
have they have a fighting chance if they maintain this kind of performance. They have a fighting chance going into the final week of the season. Promises to be interesting because K9 elites, same points. Anything can happen to cancel them out. Comet looks safe, relatively safe. but maybe one or two more wins, or a few maps can just guarantee that for them.
Yeah, yeah. Commerce Gaming top three guaranteed already, but doesn't mean they've won the league because it's very
Yeah,
tight. It's just 3 points. Area 57 can also still squeeze in. So
yeah,
this is looking very, very interesting. I know we had the conversation about Revenge, Wakandas, and Menace. They are also all
all safe.
safe at this point.
Yeah.
I can see a few taunting. Um, Someone said we haven't gotten to Premier Division, but someone said Cyclone to top T2 next season. And
And it's
Shire,
going
that is
and
because
that's
fun. That is because when we get to them in the Premier League, they have made some decent signings from what I've heard,
and that's good.
and
That's good
it's so sad that they might be in the Championship
in the
division, but
championship. But if I
ex.
remember my analysis, I think it was the third week or so, and I said, would I rather be a mid-table team in the Premier League with no guarantees, or I would play in the and when I say guarantees, I'm sure you understand what I mean. Or I'll play in the championship division and I'm guaranteed something if I'm in the top three. Hey, it's business sense. Maybe that's, of course, we're working on different dynamics in terms of sponsorship, in terms of the broadcast rights. Those are things we're hoping we can build to. And if those things pull through, it means that teams in the Premier Division will definitely earn more than the teams in the Championship Division. But at the moment, I'm just saying what is on the table at the moment. Then I'd rather just come and take on Area 57 and Menace and Regiment to be in the top three from the business mindset. But then Cyclone gave a good showing of themselves. I'm glad they've done some signings. It shows intent and being futuristic to say we're going to bounce back with just one season down in the championship.
Yeah, but I think the Champions Division is fierce. They are not going to come. I
It's
don't think they
always
will
been
come and
no,
bust
they
it.
won't. It won't be a stroll in the park. Don't forget, right from week one, after we saw the dynamics, in fact, week two, after we saw the dynamics of the 2 weeks, you remember I said it. I said the championship is actually tougher and more intriguing than the Premier Division, and that's exactly what we've seen with this. You can see the table, 3 points separating them, 1 point between the top four. It shows a lot of fights going on in that division.
Okay, good. Because I can see a lot of people already thinking Cyclone is going to have it all easy. It
Nah,
is not.
nah,
I,
nah, nah.
I that I can put my money on. It is not going to be a stroll in the park.
And let's not forget, we're not even sure if there's three teams that are coming to join them yet.
Exactly.
Those teams have seen what has happened now, and they would also be building to qualify for the Premier Division. They're not going to come and just add to the numbers. They would see their chance and see opportunity to move into the Premier Division. So it's going to be a serious fight for any team that comes down to get back up.
So let's keep it moving. Let's move on to the team of the
Mm.
week. So we have Low from Area 57. We have Shinobi from Elite Gamers. We have, I always struggle with this name, Kayaks or
Kayak,
Quayaks.
kayaks.
Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing your name properly. We have Banana and we have Obito, same Obito from Void Gaming, and Banana from
Banana.
Menace.
Yes,
From
and
Menace.
Banana, that's back to back placing in the team of the week. Kayaks, big shout out to him. He took a few matches off and he's back. He came back this week and he's already in the team of the week. Of course, we missed his time away from the league. It's good to have him back. Shinobi, what can we say? Um,
Is a returnee.
yeah, but he's also one that has light up the championship division, especially with the elite gamers performance in the league. So good stuff to see these guys all named in the team of the week.
Okay, wonderful. And let's briefly move to the player of the week. Josh is not with us to get us through the stats. So I'll just briefly,
You can see my hand.
I'll just, yes. So,
He's the
uh,
technical guy.
yeah, he's the technical guy. And week 6 player of the week goes to low of Area 57. They had a wonderful week,
Well
and I
deserved.
believe,
Well deserved.
yeah, and we can see the stats showing. I can see Billy the Goat saying um, low dropped a 76 kills. There is no show for ROG SUS. I don't know what that is. Swiss cheese balls also is okay. So let me go track back a little bit. Swiss cheese ball is not happy. He says Kai Rouge was robbed.
Well, you have the good times and the bad times.
Exactly. Zero was saying he thinks the championship division is more competitive because it is balanced
Mm,
and not like the Premier League. You would Throne Zero and Throne, I believe, are the ones going at it. I believe you'd have to expatiate more on what you mean by balance in this case. And this was what Throne said. I feel there is a tougher competition in Championship because of teams are more balanced than the Premier League. I believe we would
mm,
want you to be more to expatiate more as we move along on that.
mm, mm.
And Hype said violence will come when the Premier League table is shown. So once again, guys, we're done with what's it called, the championship division. They still have 2 games left in week 7, and that will be that will be happening Monday and Tuesday since the Premier Division has been concluded. Once again, this recap is brought to you by the Lagos Esports Forum and is sponsored by one and only Tip NG, as you can see, and cash gifts while you play. All you need is visit their website, register, and then you have a link you can send out to people. No need to send your account number or your email, all those sensitive information. And once again, big thank you to our mouth-watering Domino's NG and Cold Stone who are giving us, those vouchers, allowing us to be able to enjoy pizza and ice cream. And now we'll move on to, like Zero Remorse said before the week started, the end game, which was the defining week, the final week for the Premier Division, and a lot of drama happened from match day 16 down to match day 18.
Mm.
Shayo,
Yeah.
the
What can
obvious,
I
Jericho
say?
Solem
Yeah,
zero.
yeah, we need to talk. We need to, and I even feel that's where we should have started from. Big shout out to Zero Remorse. Even though I'm not sure the AMCL handle has officially communicated,
Congratulated them.
which should have happened. They should have their poster by now. Zero Remorse champions. Great starts on match day 16. They needed to win this game, and let's not forget this was the game that gave them the slip up in the first half of the season, which allowed Incognito to, bounce back against them. So they needed to send the marker out, and that's what they did with this game against Draco Solem. Draco Solem, it's been a yo-yo season, and maybe there are teams that are good with cups and teams that are not too good, and they are not too good with the league. That's exactly what we've seen with some of these teams, and maybe Draco would fall into that category also. But for Zero Remorse, staying power, strength in the mind was what they took into this, and good win for them, not even dropping a map.
Good. So for those in the comment section asking what happened between Draco and Zero Remorse, match day 16, Draco won 2-1, but one of their players was using a gun or weapon that was not authorized for the league, the MCL. So that got
Yeah,
them disqualified, and Zero
and they lost
Remorse.
the
Exactly, which was it? Like Shara said, it was a defining moment for both teams in the what's it called, in the season.
yeah.
I can see bloody veterans actually dragging their way out of that relegation. When we move to the table, we'll see how far they were successful
Mm,
with that.
yeah,
And match day 17, surprise for you.
of course, the very first one. Incognito losing at home to Reggie Monrulli. It definitely isn't something anyone would have thought would happen. No one would have guessed it would happen. No one would have envisaged it would happen. But hey, that's exactly what happened. Regime Unruly, if they played like this all through the season, then they probably should have been there amongst the fighters. We wouldn't have overlooked them to a large extent, but good one for them, good outing. I think every other game panned out the way we felt it would be, and yeah, it was a good match day.
Yeah, but what happened to Cryptic? 6 points per week. They lost match day 16 and forfeited match day 17. What happened?
Yeah, it's ironic. Sixth week without the 6 points that they usually gather. um, yeah, same issue. I think it was almost the same issue like what we saw with what's it called, Draco Solem against Zero Remorse. So they had to forfeit that encounter. Um, it is what it is. That's what I can say, and that's why I usually say that when you get to play, you need to give your best because you don't know what will turn out for you on a certain match day. For them, it was just an unfortunate one, and they had to be to forfeit that encounter.
Okay. I was really surprised by Incognito as well, but let's keep it moving. And the final match day, which was the end game itself, face off Friday. Zero Remorse had done the needful, picked up the 6 points. They were having a day off. We just allowed them to chill and watch.
Yeah, the only thing I would say about that is hoping that going forward we would not have a team throw a clog in our wheel. I don't need to dignify them by calling their name, but I felt if Zero still had a game to play on that match day, it would still have been the kind of finale we expected because it could have meant anything. It could have made the league swing either way, anyway, But then they already had that free 3 points, which guaranteed them the league. So, as much as possible, we're hoping that going forward, every team would get to play the 10 teams or whatever number play in that division get to play so that we would have a photo finish like we would have expected.
Okay. And Incognito bottling it again to
Mm.
Draco.
Oh, well. Um, I guess after losing, and that's what we say about the mind. After losing the league, because the league was guaranteed for Zero after that loss to Regime Unruly, I think they just locked up basically. Because if you look at their standing, by the time we show the table now, if you look at the standing, that's not where we expected Incognito to be. So they probably just locked up, and for me, I think it's rather disappointing. I wanted to say shameful, but it's rather disappointing for a team of their strength and the kind of showing they've had in the Call of Duty mobile tournaments that the LESF has organized. We expected that even if you lose the main thing, which is the league, you should still give a fight to the very end. And that didn't happen with this game. Let's not forget, let's not disrespect Draco Solem also. They've always been fighters. I remember that semi-final game against them in the World Connected Series. It was a duel, and that brought them to continental recognition and dominance. So yes, give it to Draco. They give a fight because they were also chasing something. Let's not forget, they were also
Mm-hmm.
chasing to be third or something. So it was a good show in Incognito. Maybe just locked up in their mind and didn't just feel there was anything to fight for anymore.
Okay. Envy said Regime gave Draco their jazz to win Incognito, like their game plan. This is how we beat Incognito. Go and be victorious
so
is
so
what
they should give every other person going into season two. I beg.
exactly. And Throne said Draco went on demon mode. That last
that
domination.
that particular one it was stuff of champions. Unfortunately, it wasn't. They were not
It
contenders.
wasn't good enough. And bloody veterans taking 6 out of 6. Do you before we go to the table? Do you think that was enough for them?
Oh well, we're waiting to see the table, but I'd say too little, too late. I remember BV vividly. I've known that name from October during the mobile game tournament, and they were I think they were in the top four
Yes,
in
they were
that one.
in top four.
Yes, maybe that was because it was Nigeria and not Sub-Saharan Africa. But then um, one would have thought that they would do well, or well, not better than they did so far in the AMCL. But hey, let's see the table and see if safety was guaranteed.
Okay, and there we have the table. Zero Remorse are officially the champions of Season 1 AMCL Premier Division. Surprisingly, Bloody Veterans and Snow Wolves are safe. Shayo.
No thanks to Cyclone Fury, who bottled the final week. This was, the Bible says better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Cyclone didn't read that part of the scriptures because it was the final week. They needed maybe just a match and a map to guarantee safety because they would have been on 21 points. But look at it, that didn't happen for them, and BV capitalized. It was all about the finish line for them. They saw the finish line, they knew what they needed to do, and they did that to stay in the Premier Division. So big ups to them. Big ups to Snow Wolves, who we also thought would be guaranteed safety, because let's not forget Snow Wolves were also above BV, but now BV decided
BVX.
to take them at the end of the season. So big ups to BV for that late rally that saw them maintain their status in the Premier Division.
Okay, wonderful. And Regime Unruly? No, I don't think anyone saw that. I didn't.
The only thing I'll say is I think I mentioned in week 3, they had this kind of rally in week 3, and I mentioned that the guys they were following needed to look out for them. And okay, I think it was even after week 1 actually. No, week 2. I can see it now. I see it in my script here. Week 2, they were second at the end of week 2. At the end of week 1, they were 5th position. At the end of week 2, they were 2nd position. And I think after that, during the show that day, I mentioned it that these guys needed to be watched. And now we've seen it. Coming second, distinct performance, decent, no eyes on them. So they just gather their points. Nobody's talking about them. Every week we come and talk about Cryptic picking 6 points. Meanwhile, they were doing the Lord's work according to Josh, and they finished in 2nd position.
All right. I can see people already commenting, saying, I believe they joined late. I don't know. Saying the championship division will see hell because of Cyclone and their, new signings. I believe they haven't made it official yet. We're hoping that, during the break or preseason, we'll be able to see them play. Once again, like we said, for all who might be joining, I still believe it is not going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah, they need
for Cyclone. It is not going to be.
It won't be. I like Senzu's comment. I don't know if you can see it. Senzu
Yes, he said,
ICG from.
I wouldn't want to be ICG now.
It also said from 1st to 2nd to 3rd in 3 weeks. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, it is really rather disappointing. I'm sure they'll be.
The league is a marathon, and we know how marathon is. You need a staying power, you need strength, both mental and physical, and not like Cup where you just play 5 games, knock out 5 people, and you've won. This 6 weeks has been a journey. Everything must work in your favor, from the internet to your phone not messing up to even your game mood being top notch. Those were the factors, and hey, it counts for something.
Once again, Mel says Cyclone won't even drop a map next season.
You can't bet on it.
You cannot bet on it.
We felt some of these big boys won't drop maps too, or even lose. But look at it. Zero, who won the league, dropped 7 maps. For all it is worth, 18 games, right? Hey, 7 maps was still a big deal, because it means it could have swung either ways at the end of the game. So, hey, trust me, they will drop maps. I can assure you of that.
All right. Someone is saying Cyclone is going to go unbeaten, 18-0 next season.
Such hype for Cyclone. We really need to find out these players they are signing. They must be the CR7 of CODM.
Oh well, we're waiting for them to give us the official go ahead. But I believe they made few signings of players who have been week in, week out team of the week. They've been showing up in team of the week. So yeah, they actually did.
So they have the Galactical right now.
Exactly. That is the
All
word. So
right,
we
all
are waiting. We are
right.
waiting for them to officially let us know who and
Unveil.
who the unveil
Cool,
the
cool,
Galactico
cool,
and sadly the Galactico
cool.
will not be in the Premier
And
Division
the Premier
next
Division. Yeah.
next season. Okay, and let's move to the team of the week. Let's see. Okay, good. Let me take that out. Once again, Xerox Based is back. For Incognito, Melv also
Yes.
back. And for Snow Wolves, you have Assassin, Regime
Mm.
Unruly, Ray Tay, and Bloody Veterans Race. I believe
Amazingly,
this is
the champions don't even have anybody.
anybody. Exactly. I was about to say so.
Interesting. But then Melv is back. That's two for him all season. Xerox regular customer. I think aside Reese, the other guys, Assassin and Rete, also look like maybe once or twice have been there before. But hey,
Mm-hmm.
Xerox, I guess we know who is the MVP for the season, but we'll wait for the league management to make that decision.
Mm. And Sinzu is saying, okay, I haven't clicked on that. Sinzu is saying three ICG players, they lost two games. He's saying, how can you make player of team of the week where your performance wasn't
I'll,
top
I-
par?
I'll respond. I'll respond with what I can't remember who said that in the comment section. That the result doesn't tell the real story.
Mm,
The result doesn't tell the real story. So they gave a fight, and I guess the guys racked up the stats. Don't forget, this is made from the stats, not like the guys just choose them. It's from the stats and their performance individually, not even the team's performance. So, hey, the guys they played against probably did better as a collective unit, not
collective
even
unit, exactly. I was
individually.
about to, and don't forget, these games were not like a landslide, they were close games. So it's
Yep.
possible,
Yep.
yeah, the first game could have been
Close.
very close, second game could have been very close. It's not like it was a 250s, 52 or a 6-0 win. So, yes, the stats do matter.
Martha. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Okay,
see
let's.
Iris is asking for the stats. The stats are fully available on the Discord channel. So find your way there. You can see it there on Discord.
On Discord. And now let's move to the player of the week, Snow Wolves Assassin. So here it is. The stats also, once again, Josh isn't here to run us through it, but I believe the community does understand, overall 130 kills to 83, in
Nice
hard
one.
points 77 to 53, search and destroy 22 to 17, and domination 31 to 13. Once again, for all those in comments, if you have any inquiries in terms of how the stats are done, how the players are selected each week, like Shaya has said, the Discord channel for the AMCL is available for that,
Yeah.
and the team who work there will be able to um,
Attend to all that.
assist, exactly,
Yep.
assist you. Shayo, it's been an interesting 6 weeks for the Premier Division. What was your take from, or your summary of your take about the 6 weeks for the Premiership Division?
Um Captivating and engaging, really, really engaging from social media content. I think I see the post from the teams and individual players, and it shows that it's something the community has been yearning for, and they haven't gotten. And like someone rightly said, it was well organized, well put together, and I must say a big shout out to the guys working in the background, the moderators, and the league commissioner, the league management. Everything worked together, and that's the kind of um, picture we want to put out there for Africa, especially. I'm one who's big on talking about Africa, and this has shown that if we're given the chance to be part of the big things happening on the international scene, then we can actually prove our mettle. We can show what Africa has got in any title, even if it's the, I know we're big on mobile gaming, but I'm saying it here, even if it's the PC gaming, even if it's console, we would always find a way around it to make it happen. The so-called internationals, the so-called worlds should open the door for Africa to be part of this journey, to be able to uh, 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 be part of this whole process, so that you know, everyone can get to enjoy the goodies of what esports has got. On the whole, for the teams, big shout out to them. Everyone would took part till the very end, and I must say that we're proud of everybody, the teams that are going to the T2. We're proud of everyone because everybody gave a fight, everyone gave a good showing, everyone showed dedication to the cause. Because this is a cause, this is a project, and everyone showed dedication to it. And that's something we really, really appreciate. And we're looking forward to season 2 already. We're looking at big things we can do with it beyond this little beginning that we've started with. And trust me, all ideas are welcome because I remember someone at the point where we got the Domino's deal talked about them not getting the vouchers in SA. If you bring Domino's SA, the vouchers will go to SA people. It won't come to Nigeria except I travel to come and take my pizza. So hey, we want, you can reach out to anybody. We bring ideas to the table, contribute ideas, contribute anything, and let's make this thing a big bang, a big news for the international scene to see. Ife, is Ife there?
Sorry, my network kind of went in and out for a moment. Yeah, for a moment there. I guess the question now is, what should we expect for AMCL season 2? I can see people asking like, okay, hey, when is it starting? What should we expect? I know things have not been finalized, or everything has not been put in set and stone. But what should the community be looking forward to? Most especially the Premier Division,
Um,
because that has been concluded now.
well, the truth is, it doesn't work in isolation. That's the truth. Let's not forget, it's the league, so they're together. So we can have a 1 week relaxation, which is the time when the championship division will be concluded, to now say, oh, let's now talk about what to expect. But if there's anything I can say about what to expect, is the fact that bringing something different. We're bringing something unprecedented. We don't do the normal. I'm sure people have seen that from us. We don't do mundane things. We do it purposefully. We drive it with intent, and more than anything, we're building an ecosystem, and we're not just filling the gap. So more than anything, that's the work being done in the background by the guys to ensure. And when I say by the guys, it's the whole work from the operations to marketing to broadcast. Because of course we had a few glitch with the broadcast of this season. We're hoping we can put behind us going into the second season. Everything, full gamut, all working together for us to push out the very best. Like I said earlier, what matters to us is to show that Sub-Saharan Africa has got something going. I remember after the World Connected series, when the guys from the northern part of Africa said they didn't know anything was happening as regards Call of Duty Mobile in Sub-Saharan Africa. Now they know. They knew that. Now they've seen the league happening, and everyone, all eyes are on it. So let's build something that would make us catch the attention of the international scene and the publishers, especially. Imagine Activision coming to Africa to activate this by themselves. It will be bigger than what we're talking about right now, because what they will bring in from infrastructure to, all the works. So more than anything, let's all see that vision and work with the Lagos Esports Forum to make it happen.
Thank you for that, Shayo. Throne is saying team of the season. What about team of the season? Let me address that. AMCL, Call of Duty Mobile, has just concluded just the Premier Division. and we still have the championship division. Both divisions would release their team of the season, and I believe Shire is meant to confirm there's plans in work to have that
Yeah,
all-star fixture of
the
the
All-Star
Premiership
fixture.
division versus the Championship division. The modalities are still yet to be passed on to us for us to make that public, but that is what we plan. And next weekend is going to be the finale of the AMCL Call of Duty Mobile for Season 1. And there you see the team of the season for both divisions. And hopefully you get more information about, I guess we can call it the versus now for
Yeah,
Premiership Division versus the Championship
the championship
division
division.
at this point. I can see Simp, just a few comments before we round up. He said esports in Africa has come a long way, especially for Call of Duty Mobile.
Yes, indeed. Very right. Very right.
Okay, and I can see Jinx Mark saying All Stars, nice.
Yeah, that will happen. We have to shift it from mid-season to end of the season, so we'll make it happen at the end of the season, and it'll be fun. Trust us.
Okay, and Bolaho is saying Cyclone has become Man City, Arab money, because they've
Interesting.
built, they are building that
They
that
have a
that
war chest.
exactly. They've and I believe the AMCL with that and what Cyclone is doing now is going to open a can of worms. Teams will start shopping also. I don't think any team is going to rest on their oars. They are also going to, because now it's sub-Saharan Africa. You are going far and wide within that region to look for the best of the best.
The best players.
To have your best snipers, to have
Hmm.
all sorts. So it's not just going to be Cyclone now, because Cyclone has made that pre-move as we conclude the
Hmm.
season. Is why everyone is saying Cyclone, Arab money. They are going to go unbeaten. But I believe each team would also, kind of build up.
Yeah, it's actually what you need to survive. That's why, like I said, it's the league, not a cup where it's just a few games. It's a league. So more than anything, you need your best and literally to be put to work. And Cyclone has fired the first salvo. Let's wait and see the response from the other teams.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So as we conclude once again, we always have to give the major shout outs to our proud sponsors and supporters. It's tip again. You can set up, go to tip.i.ng, set up your link, guys. Create your content. I know I see Michael, I see Quiet. I don't know if that's the same person. Forgive me if I'm mixing that up. He's always putting on the content. I'm not seeing your tip link. Put your tip
Hmm.
link. Let
Yeah.
people push something. Bless your ministry. You don't have to be streaming once again. Like I said, if you're streaming, fine and all well and good. But if it's just
Mm,
how you put together a montage of your skills, even if you're playing bots,
yeah.
put it up. You don't know who might see it. And
Yep.
that is how you start to
It matters for something. Because it,
exactly.
it creates awareness. It even creates the curiosity of people asking you, what's this? Then they tip, they click it and then feel, okay, let me just drop something there to encourage you. And that's what it's all
Exactly.
about.
Exactly. So guys, go there, sign up, share it. If you're on Twitter, which we expect you guys to be on, put it as part of your bio. I've seen a few people actually put it like that is my part of their bio link. Go ahead and put it. And once again, we're going to run up with our major shout outs to our proud supporters, Domino's NG and Cold Stone Creamery. Since they came on board, guys, you guys have been missing questions from Shayo. This is free
Free
pizza and
pizza and
free
ice
ice
cream.
cream. No one misses it. Shayo is going to give you another opportunity. Listen carefully to the question. Do not answer half. Answer the question in full so that you can get your pizza and ice cream. Shayo, over to you.
Interestingly, we need to check the predictions
Yes.
to know. So the predictions actually fill the slot for this week. So for
Oh,
now, nothing for this week, but we may reopen it for next week. So because I'm sure there are a few predictions that may just come through, and we already promised them tips as well as ice cream and
I,
pizza. So we'll fill that slot with that. While next weekend we can now throw a question that may even be on the spot for us to pick the winner. So it will be people who are streaming. We could just pick two people, and we'll give them their prizes.
so, all right, guys, make sure you are following AMCL on Twitter and Lagos Esports Forum. You never know when they will drop these questions and these opportunities for you guys to win pizza and ice cream. Like they say, the good things in life are free. Nothing beats having free pizza and free ice cream, except you're now saying, you don't, you're vegan and you don't eat things like that. Shayo, do you have any closing remarks as we round up?
Big shout out to all the guys who tune in, week out. Regular names are in there, but let me not call because I'll miss out on people definitely. But big shout out to you for tuning in. Big shout out to those who are not even gamers for tuning. Those especially are the ones we should celebrate because they are the fans, and the fans are what make whatever we're doing. The gamers, we as the organizers and media and all that thick. So more than anything, big shout out to them. Let's um, create more of those because that's the way we'll build the database of how esports is being followed. We see those big tournaments in Europe, in Asia. It's not filled by gamers, it's filled by fans. So it's time for us to build that fan community for COD Mobile, not just the gamers community. So it's time for you guys to have people who are who see what you're doing and are following it, are interested in it, and are looking to support it in whatever little way they can. It's been an amazing 6 weeks. Big shout out to you, Ife. Big shout out to Josh and everyone who worked behind the scene on this. And trust me, I still see questions about season two. You're saying April. It can be April. I'm sure you've seen, and let me use this platform to talk about it. I'm sure you've seen the Mortal Kombat challenge. That's work being done. World Connected series starts this week, even though it's not for Call of Duty Mobile. And we have the mobile game tournament, which definitely will have the Call of Duty Mobile back in May. So let's even forget it for the first half of the year. We look into the second half of the year, then the second season will definitely come in there and we would have a blast like we promised you.
Okay, good. So just to add to what Shayo has said, I believe you all know, you fan movie lovers, the Mortal Kombat movie is coming out. And if you are in Lagos, do come through. The Lagos Esports Forum is having a gamified version of the movie. So it's a premiere. You get to watch and if possible even play the Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat
from this
before you
week. So
watch the.
let me quickly add that from this week we'll be picking. There are eight media personalities, celebrity gamers already. Then we're getting eight other players. So in case you know anyone who plays Mortal Kombat, look out this week on our social media platform at Lagos Esports on Twitter and at Lagos Esports Forum on Instagram. We'll be having an activation to select eight people that will be joining the guys who will be playing at this tournament. Go to our page, you'll see how big that screen is. It's as high as a 4-story building. No jokes. I played FIFA on it today and it was it was mind blowing. So I guess I'm the first Ogbomoso man to play on such a screen.
Exactly, guys. So
So
you probably
it's
have that
crazy stuff.
esports. You will probably have that esports arena experience because
Yes.
it's the movie theater, and
Yeah.
who knows? You come up, you show love. You never know what it might have for
What's
Call of
going
Duty
to happen?
Mobile.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. Exactly.
guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week for the season finale. Take care.
Adios, guys.